Welcome to the show you gotta know. It is Mojo Italiano. And back after a week is the next episode, the number 2 episode. Number 2, always the most relaxing thing in everybody's day. A few things we gotta talk about because, there's always crazy shit that goes on in the world that we like to touch on. And by we, I mean me, but sometimes, I like to refer to myself as multiple people because it makes me feel more important. So we get to talk today about some great stuff that going on at Yale University because there's some fraternities that might have to allow women. Also talk about digging through the ditches and burning through the witches. People want to cast spells upon our president. And also a Democratic candidate for Congress has said that there's some dangers from moon travel. So first, at Yale University, there's this group called Engender. And they have suggested that the fraternities at Yale need to start allowing women to be members. You hear that right. They want fraternities to start allowing women. Because, all the other clubs on campus that, invite women in and allow them to be members in Ivy League institutions, which is obviously they're quite sophisticated and elite, mind you. But in those other groups, I don't know what they're called. Oh, sororities, where women are already involved and already members. But that's not good enough anymore. Those cannot happen. Now they have to get themselves into fraternities. Now, the group leader is a dude who I assume would have got rejected by all the fraternities on campus. So this is his way to get back at them. But it doesn't really make any sense. My question is why? What does this accomplish? Now, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that this group is, like most of these equality groups, only making this stink because they want to say that they made an organization that is considered elite to have to change. They just want to say that they did it. No one in this damn Engender group has any desire to actually be in a fraternity. Not one of them. None of those women in the group, none of the women coming to that university really care about actually being in a fraternity. It's just the fact that they can change it to make it happen to where they say, yeah, look what we did. We did that. We got women into fraternities, even though none want to be in them. I don't know what the goal is here. Is the goal here to actually make equal change or just to get attention like most of the SJWs out there? Not all, but most. So I'm not exactly sure why this is happening. Why do you want women to be in fraternities? Why does it have to be, everybody has to be in every group of everything? I don't know. Why don't you just form a group of people that you enjoy hanging out with, and maybe that'll work for you? Doesn't have to be just in a fraternity of people that you actually don't want to, like, just to prove a point, okay? But, however, the leadership of Engender, nice little point here, they did not feel that men should be allowed into sororities. I am appalled at this. What if I identified more with being in a sorority than I did with a fraternity? I mean, I fucking love pillow fights in my underwear. I love dressing up and going to swaps. I mean, come on now. Who does not like to put the pearl necklace on, rock out, dance the night away under the stars? And I love talking about other girls behind their back. It is one of my favorite things ever. So I would be perfect for a sorority. But alas, Engender does not see that in the future. So no men in sororities. But find you, I'm calling you because I'm getting into that motherfucker. Believe that. But you know what? Engender doesn't care about our joy. And that's very sad. So for them, shut the fuck up. Next, it's might be one of the funniest things I've seen all day. And this is going to be our Make Your Day Like You Just Got Laid segment because I find this just absolutely hysterical. I really don't know if it's a joke or not, but it seems incredible that a group of witches, now that's right, Donald Trump has pissed off witches. He has to have covered every group possible now. But witches seem to be the dangerous one. I mean, if it's anything that has to do with like American Horror Story and every movie with witches ever, except for maybe that I don't know, what is it, The Craft? Yeah, that was a crazy ass movie. Yeah, so this is interesting. Just read a little bit of the ingredients that they have come up with. This is the spell. They're going to cast a spell on Donald Trump that is like a binding spell to make sure that he keeps all of like the negativity out of the Oval Office. They have unflattering photo of Trump. That's one thing you need for this. So if you want to start writing these things down so you too can cast a spell on Trump. So you need an unflattering photo of Trump, which, I mean, he's just so damned handsome that finding an unflattering photo is going to be so hard. Yeah, then also a Tower Tarot card. That's the ride at Disney World, right? The Tower of Tarot. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Also, you need a tiny stub of an orange candle or an orange carrot. Yeah. So I don't know that there's anything other than orange carrots. I thought that they were all orange, but I guess I'm wrong. But the fact that they're making a reference to the orange makes me think witches have a very good sense of humor. This is one of my favorite things. Also, it looks like that you need multiple items representing the elements of fire, water, earth, and air. I guess they're trying to summon Captain Planet. That's part of it, too. Captain Planet can defeat Donald Trump. Also, you have to write the term Donald J. Trump on an orange candlestick with a pen or nail, whatever. And also, you say a prayer for protection and invoke blessings from your preferred spirit or deity. My prayers always go out to Count Chocula. So the witches apparently are going to cast a spell on Donald Trump. So let's see what happens over the next little bit and see if, something wild happens. Maybe he stops being crazy and doing something. I don't really know what it's supposed to accomplish, but more power to you, witches. Actually, maybe not more power to you. I don't want you to have power. That's scary stuff. Then finally, I came across this because this is one of our new segments called Nah Shit. Because this is hitting a little too, reality. Because there's too many people out here that might actually believe this. There's a woman named Brianna Wu. Now, she's a Democratic candidate for Congress in Massachusetts' 8th District. And she has suggested that the potential of space tourism, which apparently is something that's come out in the news lately, could allow for private companies to destroy the Earth with rocks that they drop from the moon. Yeah, let that one sink in. They can just chunk a rock off the moon, and it could destroy us like deep impact. I'm assuming that is their thought there. Said that this is like kind of we'll paraphrase, but sort of a quote from her. She says, and I assume that she does know this because of what I would presume would be her degree in women's studies that she got because she's a professed SJW. That that rocks dropped from the moon have the power of hundreds of nuclear bombs, which probably if an asteroid or a comet or something hits the Earth, yes, a lot of damage can be done if it's of a certain size. We know that. We've seen every disaster movie that's come out that's dealt with it. We know the scale here. But now this is someone who is running for Congress and that people will vote for, which should frighten the shit out of anybody on every side, mind you, that this woman thinks that you could chuck a rock off the moon and destroy the planet. However, you know what? If she does turn out to be right, these guys are the only group that can save us.
There is one thing that has nourished our souls and elevated our species above its origins, and that is our courage. The dreams of an entire planet are focused tonight on those four.
It's the truth. Until next time, I'm Mojo Italiano. Stay away from that VD.